What's up, Michigan State fans? It's Jacob Petzig here, back for another episode of the Michigan State Spartans Insider Podcast. This is our podcast now for Wednesday, March 18th, 2026. Technically recording this on Tuesday before I head off to Buffalo. By the time you see this, I'll probably be there right now. But just going to kind of dive into this game that's coming up on Thursday, Michigan State, North Dakota State. Again, you're looking at, I mean, it's one of the more dangerous 14 seeds I think out there because it's the top 14 seed on the overall seed list, and you're talking about a North Dakota State team that went 17-2 combined in their regular season and tournament play in the Summit League. They won both the regular season title there outright, and also obviously the tournament title, and that's how you get into the tournament as a mid-major. So just kind of looking through things here. There's a couple of different things that Michigan State needs to do in this game to ensure that you live to see another day. Because MSU has lost a 3-14 game before. It was the very last year of the Judd Heathcote era. They lost to 14 seed Weber State in the first round. Obviously, there's been a 2-15 upset that Michigan State has been on the wrong side of. So you obviously want to avoid that. Here it goes without saying. In order to do that, I think there are three main things that Michigan State needs to do. The first one to me is you got to start fast. You just have to start fast because the March Madness crowds are kind of interesting for a couple because you have your MSU. You're probably going to have more MSU fans than North Dakota State fans. Not probably, almost definitely. But there's a lot of people in that arena who don't truly have a vested interest in whoever wins this game. You're gonna have probably some upstate New Yorkers who are just like, hey, there's tournament games in Buffalo, let's go watch. And you're gonna have some people, fans of other teams, like the Louisville fans or the South Florida fans who are left over from their game that's just beforehand. And you need it's just an unusual crowd situation. You kind of see it in the Big Ten, but it's heightened in March Madness because if you go watch videos of recent upsets, when the crowd can sense that an upset is possible, they all turn on the higher seed. They're all rooting for the upset, and understandably so. Who doesn't want, if you're a neutral fan, you want to see the upset. So you have to just immediately put the foot down, show them this is Big Ten basketball you're playing now. North Dakota State, they haven't played a team like MSU so far this season, so I think you can maybe try to catch them by surprise with maybe just how physical, imposing, athletic you are. You can get like a Cohen card dunk in the first couple of possessions. That would, just have that intimidation factor. I think that would help Michigan State here and just kind of have them dazed by the time the first. You want to kind of have them looking around at each other like, like this is a different level of basketball here. By the time that first media timeout rolls around, and also you just got to get those neutral fans just be like, okay, it's a 3-14 game, kind of sleepy. Like the three seed's going to probably win. You just can't let them think, oh, North Dakota State has a real shot here. So, and I think this is especially so because there's going to be Michigan fans hate watching it. There's going to be because they play after the Michigan game, whoever they play. I'm recording this before the UMBC Howard game. Whoever they play, the Michigan game is right after Michigan State. I think MSU is going to exit the court, whether they win or lose, and then you have Michigan coming onto the court for like half an hour of warmups or something. And you don't want to, or maybe it's more like an hour. I can't really remember here. But you don't want to give those Michigan fans who are like, hey, I'm going to go watch the MSU game. Well, if they lose, you don't want them to feel very good because they're especially going to be loud if they can sense North Dakota State has a chance. So just don't let them even think they have a chance. Not the hottest take in the world, but hey, you got to do it. Secondly, take care of the basketball. North Dakota State ranks in the mid 30s in the country, I believe. Or yes, they're sitting pretty well nationally in their own conference at forcing turnovers. I think they average about 13 forced turnovers a game. Michigan State, this has been a problem for them most of the year. They're towards the bottom of the Big Ten, about 11 and a half turnovers per game. Can't have live ball turnovers that lead to a pick six or fast break points in the other directions in a game like this because that's how the game's momentum can swing. That's how MSU can get on its heels. So again, Fears obviously always has to protect the ball, but he's really, really good at that. You're kind of more worried about how the bigs handle the posts. Jordan Scott's kind of had a turnover bug lately. You can't have those mental mistakes like stepping on the end line or the sideline, just giving it away without an unforced error. That's kind of happened. I feel like Curtain does that a little more than you'd like to see. But again, I mean, kind of basic. Don't turn the ball over. If you put up as many shots or more shots than North Dakota State, you should be fine. Really, because you should be able to handle them on the boards. You are a much bigger team than North Dakota State. So if you just don't give away possessions, it's going to be tough to see how you lose this game, really, unless you're talking about a Middle Tennessee state level shooting performance. Speaking of which, yeah, you got to defend the perimeter though. That's what North Dakota State's going to be doing. They shoot about I think 43% of their shots on the year are threes, which isn't it's not it's a little more than Division One average, but it's not like sky high like teams like Nebraska. There's a couple teams in the Big Ten, like Nebraska, I think, Indiana, Illinois, maybe. There's a group of three who shoot like 50 more than 50% of their shots are threes. You're not looking at that type of game plan from North Dakota State, like maybe specifically, but I think that's the way it's going to go because again, they can't. I don't think they're going to be able to. MSU just has a lot more size than North Dakota State. You have Jordan Scott, who's 6'8", playing the two guard. There's a 6'10" center for North Dakota State, but like their power forwards like 6'6", their small forwards like 6'5". You just have a lot more athleticism, like with a Cohen Carr, you can just sky in and block a shot or something. You just have a lot more athleticism and size with Kohler and Cooper and Carr and Scott on defense than North Dakota State does. That means they're probably gonna have to try their luck with the three balls. So you have to prevent that dribble penetration that was just killing them against UCLA. Again, that might just be a Donovan Dent problem, really. But you also just can't. It's applicable here. You can't have those kickouts. An open guy in the corner who can just catch and shoot three from the corner is probably about as good of a 3-point shot as you can get in basketball. Can't have it. You can't have it. It's a little concerning to me in that way because the last 5 opponents for Michigan State have hit at least 10 threes. I think they've shot a bit over 40% over that stretch too. So it's not like they're just chucking up threes. Like Indiana kind of was just chucking up threes, but like Illinois was taking good threes and knocking them down. Michigan was doing it. Purdue was getting good looks relatively consistently. You have to force them to make difficult shots. If they do, like Middle Tennessee, if the Middle Tennessee State thing kind of happens again, you tip your cap just a little bit. Maybe you're paying to do it a little bit, but you have to make the life on the perimeter as difficult as possible because I don't see how North Dakota State's going to win the paint because they probably aren't. But yeah, overall the draw though, I haven't really looked at Louisville and South Florida a whole lot. I'm planning on watching that game just to kind of see how they look, see what's going on over there. So I guess I'll have more stuff for you there if and when MSU advances to the second round. But that is all for you today. There will be plenty of written content on the basketball team going on at SpartanNation.com or at Michigan State Spartans on SI. Thank you though for watching or listening though. But yeah, that's it for it today. Once again, I'm Jim Kotsniga. I'll see you guys around.